Fox, Andross has declared war. He's invaded the land.
Andross has declared war.
Take over Corneria. Our army
I
alone
spilled
can't
my
do the job.
SpaghettiOs and my mom won't make me some new ones. Howdy, funky friends. I hope you can all hear me. And Jake Blackman says first. Oh, that feels so good. I'm going to turn the game volume down a little bit because, my God, that's loud. Okay, it's 9:04 Eastern Standard Time here in Orlando. Let's see if I can beat this game in under an hour. And let me just make sure my sound is working here.
Corneria, fourth planet of the Lilat system.
Oh my God.
The evil Andross turned this once thriving system into a wasteland of near extinction.
That son of a bitch.
General Pepper of the Cornerian army was successful in...
Holy shit, it's a dog. They put a dog in charge of the military. What?
5 years later, General Pepper...
I'm sorry. Again, if you're just joining me, howdy, funky friends. It's just Doug tonight. Goodwin and I are social distancing, just because coronavirus has been popping off here in Orlando, and it seemed like a good idea to maybe just pump the brakes a little bit. So I'm here. Also, I hope I'm not distracting you from this sweet plot involving like spaceships and
a few years
dog admirals
Andross has again
and Andross and whatever.
General Pepper has turned to a new Starfox.
But yeah, if you're in the chat, just say hello. We're gonna do just a light Let's Play tonight. Maybe do like an hour of streaming, just to check in with everybody and see how you guys are doing. We'll probably get back to streaming Animal Crossing next week when Goodwin and I feel a little bit better about getting back together. I think dogs would be great political leaders, to be honest. Well, you know what? At least a dog is ashamed when it shits on the rug, both literally and metaphorically. That's more than I can say for a lot of modern politicians. But, you know. Oh, man, real risky, real edgy bit there, laying into politicians. Ooh. Yeah, anyway. Also, hello, Sam. How's it going? Can you hear me all right?
It's about time you showed up, Fox. You're the only hope for our world.
Holy shit, a talking dog!
Andross won't have his way with me.
I love the way they move their mouths in the little chat. Jake Blackman says hello. How are you doing, Jake? How are you doing, Sam? Is the world completely on fire where you guys are? Because it definitely is here in Central Florida. And I am actually feeling a little tired. I don't know if I have coronavirus or not, but still getting tested tomorrow, because it's always a good idea. That is Slippy. I will be shooting him throughout this playthrough, because Slippy is the worst. Have you guys ever played any of the... Well, I would say any of the Starfox games, but have you ever played Star Fox 64, which realistically is maybe the only Star Fox game worth playing?
We're entering Corneria City now. This is horrible.
Yeah, well, you try running a city, Falco. Insensitive. So rude.
Everybody
We built this city, Falco. We built it on rock and roll. That's a reference. That's a song that somebody wrote in the 80s. It's not very good. Shoot the robot before he destroys that building. Oh, yeah, but we still come out with the... Okay.
You've got an enemy on your tail.
Now, the mission for this Let's Play is to just beat this game, but it'd be nice if I could manage to get some medals on a few of the levels. Now, for those of you, again, who have not played Starfox, and again, let me know in the comments whether you have or haven't. You get medals when you defeat a certain number of enemies in a given level, and also all your teammates make it out in one piece. So you can lose your teammates if they take too much damage from enemy aircraft in the Starfox games. So you want to prevent that from happening. Like with Falco right now, he's got these bogeys on his tail.
I guess I should be thankful.
Yeah, I guess you should. I saved your life, dick. He's very much the Iceman of of this game. He's just sort of an ass for the sake of being an ass. There's no real reason. But also, he's on your team, so it's like he's just a rude person, bird, whatever. It only just dawned on me that this game is probably takes on a whole new level if you are a furry, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with being a furry. I just sadly am not one. But I still love this game. I have very fond memories of this game. This is one of the first games my brother and I ever owned for Nintendo 64, which was really the first system that we ever owned. And I'm just going to check comments here real quick. The world is more than on fire. We can't do anything right here in Florida. I only know the people from this game because of Smash. Yeah, that's how most people know the characters from Starfox, because I'll let you in on a little secret, Sam. If you don't know anything about Starfox, which is totally fine, they've really only made a solid single, maybe 2 titles in this series, and one of them is Starfox 64. People have been coasting on the memory of Starfox 64 for like 2 decades now, and I say that not just because fans of the series have, but also because Nintendo itself has, because they've not made a new Starfox game since Starfox Zero, back for the Nintendo Wii U, which, as I recall, was basically just a remake of Starfox 64. But here's the thing. Starfox 64 was also made, or remade rather, for the Nintendo 3DS. So it's been made like... It's the game so nice they made it thrice. Not even twice. Thrice, which is 3 times. My God. And it's a fun game. Like that's why I'm playing it. And I'm kind of low energy today. And I am without Goodwin. So I just wanted to have a laid-back, very quick stream with everybody, just to check in on everyone, see how you guys are doing. But also, you know, again, enjoy the hell out of this game. It's a lot of fun, but they've really not made anything better since. Although there was I would argue there was one other good Starfox game in sort of modern times, which was the Starfox Assault, I think it was called. It was made by Namco for the Nintendo GameCube, and I actually love that game. One of these days we'll play that game on the show, but I've never played any of the Starfox games. He's a tsundere. Yeah, I guess he is. As opposed to a yandere, or dere. And I only vaguely know what those terms mean. I know tsundere, because that's like the most prevalent, obviously.
You're becoming more like your
But I always forget what yandere means, and there's dere.
Fine. You okay over there, Fox?
Or dandere, which is... I can't remember what it means, but I know I used it in a song lyric recently. Yeah. So... But basically, there have only been really 2 solid games in the mainline Starfox series, which is to say the whole Starfox series. Ooh, should I play Sector Y or the Asteroid Field? Sector Y is harder. The Asteroid Field is... I'm going to go Asteroid Belt for now. But if you guys see any planets or locations on the map that you find interesting, let me know, and I'll see if I can push my route through the game in that direction. Now, I will say, I can totally understand why why Nintendo kept remaking this game. It's awesome. So if you look at the map, you can see right over here with the blue planet going to the asteroid belt, the other blue planet, the X, the ringed planet, and then the everything along that line. There's that path, there's like a middle path, and then there's a hard path over on the left side of the screen with the Y and the Z. And you can jump from path to path up to a certain point, which is actually one of the really cool things about this game. It's like multi-path. So if you see something on the map you really like, let me know. There is a lot to love about this game. I used to know the difference between all the deres, but I only really know Tsundere, Yandere, and Himedere. My weave skills are diminishing. So it would seem. Himedere. I've never heard of that one. What's the third one with the H at the beginning? I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. Also, again, am I coming through clearly? Like, can you guys see the video? Is everything working in terms of the audio? Let me know in the comments. Also, it's showing like 5 or 6 people in the chat. People, if you're just watching and you want to comment, please comment. Also, do not forget to drop a like. I cannot implore you, drop a like. It does, statistically speaking, it improves our algorithmic performance on YouTube. Which I actually looked at our YouTube stats the other day. And realized that across the board, all of our videos are doing better, especially our Let's Play stuff, because people are watching them. And not only that, people are watching them to the end. So we don't have a huge... Like, if you go to the videos for Raspberry Plays, they don't have, like, 1 million views or anything. They have maybe 20 or 30 views per video. But it's really encouraging, because I think at least on most, if not all of the videos, at least 25% of those views are all the way to the end of the video, which is pretty cool. It's good to know that people are enjoying the things that we do. And I guess probably a few bots, because if you've ever looked at the comments section on any of our Let's Play videos, there's always one, hey, nudecelebsforfree.com link from some account that has no videos and doesn't follow any channels. Okay, cool, still cool double lasers. The blue lasers are the ones to have. I will, Peppy, thank you. If anybody's ever seen the internet meme of do a barrel roll, it comes from this game, you know, because Peppy at some point will go, do a barrel roll! I actually think he did it just in the first level of this playthrough. So, let me pause and look at comments for a second here. Himedere is princess type, very oh-ho-ho-ho energy. Oh, okay, gotcha. Also, a good way to put it, oh-ho-ho-ho energy. 2 likes on the video? Oh, people, come on. We gotta give us more than 2 likes. Let's get at least 4 going on the... also, Sam, it's funny that you're on... I mean, it's great that you're on chat, because I actually mailed your Patreon sticker just yesterday. So you should be getting that by the end of the week. And feel free to shoot me a message when you do. Just because it's my first time sending, I feel like I've got the right address. It came with the Patreon membership and everything, but I just want to make sure it doesn't go to the wrong place. Because I would really like for you to get your sticker. And maybe the backlog of the Doug sticker, because I think we have 1 extra of those after the printing. And I might be able to send you one. Oh, yes, this is another dynamic of Starfox. You have to constantly save... I mentioned this in the first level, but you have to save all of your teammates at some point in the course of a level. Like, especially Slippy. Slippy is just the worst. He sucks. I don't know why he's... I think they tout his strength as enemy analysis and whatever, and, like, if you lose him in a level, you don't get the energy meter for the boss characters, so you don't know how close you are to defeating them, which, fair... But also, Slippy as a pilot is just... He's terrible. And he thinks he's better than he is.
Do a barrel roll.
Yeah, the whole Starfox team can be summarized as such. Falco, the ace pilot with an attitude. Peppy Hair, the KG veteran with a lifetime of experience. Starfox, the leader of the team. And Slippy, just the worst. Boy, he really sucks. Does anyone else have fireworks going off near where they are? People getting antsy for the 4th of July? 'Cause I've had that for the last, like, week. People have just been popping off with fireworks. No pun intended, although I maybe should have intended it now that I just owned it, because that is a pretty good pun. Get the little gold ring.
To charge your laser.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thanks, Slippy. Okay, now if I can fly through these little blue rings, I can unlock something really cool, so get ready. I'm going to see some really cool colors in just a second. Come on. One more. Woo! Yeah! Oh, seizure-ific. Let me sign into my Russian bot account's real, but to leave some comments. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. Spokojnie, as they say. It's funny, were there not a pandemic going on, I would probably be doing a lot of ballet dancing for some Russians, as I typically do. But, you know, because you can't have a congregation of... Well, you shouldn't have a congregation of more than, let's say, 10 people, or really any if you can help it. All of my professional ballet gigs have been postponed for the foreseeable future, which is not the end of the world. It's not like I can't still do them in a couple months, or maybe a year. I suppose it depends on how long you think this pandemic's going to last. But yeah, normally I'd be running in to take ballet class and go through rehearsals with a bunch of Russians. But not so at the moment. It's interesting. And if anyone else out there has done any ballet, let me know. Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't, that's fine too. I wouldn't recommend it. It's, boy, it comes with some real hang-ups. And while I definitely have the training to do it, I do not have the personality type to do it. Which is why I just freelance these days, and I don't actually dance with a ballet company. I'm not sure if I've ever shared this on stream before. I probably have. But I came down to Orlando initially to be in the Orlando Ballet, and I was for like 4 years, and I was doing really well, and then I just didn't like it, so I left. Oh, yay, I don't know what I'll do with the sticker, but I'm so excited to get it. Well, just so you know, there will be and I'll give this little spoiler away, there might be a sticker of the third and final band member being sent out to patrons next month. So if you want them all in a set, like on a laptop all together, you might want to, oh yeah, I got a medal. You might want to hold off on sticking them on anything for a bit. Oh, and not comments, likes. I had a brain fart while typing the other comment. Oh, that's fine. You can comment and like with your fake Russian troll account. I won't say no to either. I think there's a way to zoom in. Yeah. Okay, so if I had completed, just for a sense of reference, if I had completed that level the normal way, I would have gone to that little blue planet with the medal on it. So just, I would have gone here if I had not unlocked that quote-unquote secret exit where I went through the magic blue raspberry Kool-Aid rings. But instead, I get to go here because I unlocked the thing. And that being said, also, I'm seeing more people in the chat. People, speak up, say hello. Drop a like on the video, too. And I am going to try and get a medal on Katina, which is where we meet Fox's stoner friend, who for some reason is fighting a mothership. And you'll see what I mean about stoner friend in just a minute.
Good luck.
Hang on, guys. Help is on the way.
Hang on, guys. Let me make sure that... Let me just check the volume here, make sure I sound okay. Okay, yeah, we're good. Space stoners. Classy. Oh boy, you know it. It's it's so funny to... It's so funny because I hang out with Goodwin, who has participated in many of those things, which is fine. Like, it's 2020 if you want to roll doobies or smoke the dope. That's totally fine. But that's never been my style. I don't know. I don't like to be out of my head. I like to feel everything, even if it's bad. Which is why I'm always reticent to take things like,
Out of my way.
you flew into me! What the hell is your problem?
The bad guys
Yeah, no, there are too many aircraft. Oh, yeah, so this is the fun thing. In this level, you basically, in order to get a medal, I think it's like 125 or 150 bogeys that you have to take down. But in addition to the enemy ships, there are also a ton of allied ships flying around, and your ship doesn't really the friendly fire feature is on. So like, this is an ally ship. I just killed that guy, and I don't get points for it. But just in the interest of clearing excess ships off the map, you kind of have to kill some of your allies. So I basically just shoot anything that moves in this level. And this is totally a rip on Independence Day. But with, 1997 Nintendo 64 graphics. Come on now. Yes, Mothership. It's opening the hatches. Oh, yeah. But I'm very hesitant to take things like cold medicine or what have you. Not because I don't believe in it working, but I don't know. If I can avoid being fuzzy-headed or whatever, I just sort of prefer it. And if that sounds crazy, maybe it's only because it is.
The hatches are open.
Yeah, I know they are, but I need the hatches to... Okay, so you also don't want to destroy the mothership right away. You want the hatches to stay open so that the mothership will dispense more enemies for you to kill, thus getting you closer to the earning of a medal. Oh, there we go. Stop flying enemy, Falco. Shoot this guy. Shoot this guy. That's great. Also, did anybody do anything interesting this week?
Bulldog unit, don't let anything through.
I know I started work on a cover video that I'm hoping we can post by maybe next week, because we can film it remotely. I don't have to have Goodwin here to film his part necessarily. At least not in person. So I think that might be fun. And it'll be a real quick clip, too. But I think everybody's going to enjoy it. Certainly the people watching things like our Animal Crossing streams, or our Smash Bros. Streams, will probably enjoy it. Oh, they're just everywhere. We're getting there. I've mostly been... I'm saving your life, Slippy. You're not a good pilot. That's the big idea. It's not even a big idea. It's just kind of an objective truth. Woohoo!
You're not getting away.
Also, does anybody out there drink LaCroix? Or LaCroix, or however you want to pronounce it?
What's the big idea?
Oh, I am actually getting close to killing Slippy, though. Maybe I should kind of ease off a bit. And let's do some of this. Kablamo! That did nothing. Destroy one of the hatches. Hedge my bets here. Also, let's check the comments. Most I've done this week is take care of a new kitty. She's a handful, very sweet. New kitty? Where did you get new kitty? What is new kitty's name? And what does new kitty look like?
Hey, he was mine.
Yeah, I know he was, but you aren't going to kill him, Slippy. You're not a very good pilot. I can't state that enough, Slippy. You're just not very talented. You're a nice guy.
I'm monkey food.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Slippy, you make me retry the course, and I help babysit it. Oh. Again, what is New Kitty's name?
Fox, that's one of ours.
Fox, that's one of ours.
Bulldog unit, don't let anything through.
Yeah, don't, huh? Help me out, huh? Make my life a little easier. Oh, Peppy, not you too. Come on, I actually like you. Eh? Her name is Claire. She's a little black kitty with white paws. She's so precious. Oh. Oh, that's so sweet. She has little white boxing gloves. I love kitties with boxing gloves. Also, if you're just jumping in on the chat, drop a like on the video. Because more likes will help us take over the world, apparently. And they'll certainly feed our egos in the meantime. Eh? There we go. Woohoo!
Ship approaching.
Yeah, people gripe about there being too many Fire Emblem characters in Smash Bros., which, look, I kind of agree with that premise. But at the same time, at least Fire Emblem has earned the right to have 1 billion characters in Smash because they've had, like, you know, successful games for the past couple decades. Whereas I remember people going, "Why don't they add another Starfox?" It's like, there are 3 Starfox characters already. There's Wolf, Fox, and Falco. And arguably, they've only ever had 1 really solid Starfox game. So I can sort of see why they wouldn't add, like, more Starfox characters. I do think it'd be interesting to see an Echo Fighter for Sonic, though. That'd be a lot of fun. If not the most original thing in the world, but you could easily reskin Sonic the Hedgehog as, like, Shadow. I think it'd be fun. Even though I feel like Shadow as a character is great design, I can definitely see how he can come across as kind of lame, though. Or just very derivative. Which, incidentally, has anyone in the audience played any of the Sonic games? What are your opinions on Sonic games these days? What was the last good Sonic game you played? If any. Maybe you think that all the Sonic games are terrible. And, you know, I can't necessarily contest that.
Time for a little payback.
I know we've been having a real great time with Sonic Heroes for the last couple months. That's been a blast.
Scratch one boat.
Woohoo! And it's been great watching Goodwin suffer through it a little bit. And it's also funny, too, and I think we talked about this on the show at some point, that Game Grumps actually started their playthrough of Sonic Heroes after we did. I think as of today, as I watched their most recent episode, they are just slightly ahead of us. But that's also because they're playing in, like, half-hour increments, and they can basically film, and, you know, they're just filming 1 dedicated episode a day, whereas I think we go by their sort of old format of, oh yeah, get together and film 7 to 10 episodes.
Time for a little payback.
And then post those for a couple weeks. So, you know, we'll have Sonic Heroes up until the end of next week, I think. I mean, we'll just have new episodes of all our series up until the end of next week. But I wonder if they stop their playthrough for a couple days, as they tend to do. I honestly wonder which of us is going to beat Sonic Heroes first. Because, you know, they stole our idea. They didn't. It's free for anyone to play. But again, Sonic games, if you played any that you liked or disliked or just were sort of indifferent on, let me know in the comments. I would actually love to hear this. I am sort of detached from modern Sonic fandom. Although I did hear rumors about there being a Sonic Adventure remake, which would be interesting. Interesting in that I actually do care for Sonic Adventure, even though it has aged like bad cheese. Relative to things like Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie, like stuff that came out around the same time. So I'd be interested to see if they could improve upon it, or if they could just screw it up, but in a new way, which I think would also be funny.
I won't let you get away from me.
There we go. You probably will, Peppy, but that's okay. So I love you anyway, because you're not useless like Slippy, and I'm sure everybody's getting tired of looking at this screen. So I promise we'll be out of here soon. It'd be a whole lot faster if oh, you know what? That's 100 KOs. Or 100 kills. Let's start blowing away some of these hatches here. It's a lot faster when you have the double laser, which, if you're watching earlier, I had like this little blue laser, this twin laser coming out of the front of my ship. Does more damage, takes enemies down way faster, speeds up this whole process a little bit. So let's see, because I think Rob just sent some supplies. Did he send a double laser? Yes, he did. Woohoo!
Energy reaction. The core has appeared. Stand by to attack.
Can do.
let you get away from me.
Let's see if I can get a few more bogeys in. 118. 119. 120. Come on. Come on. Working our way up. Here we go. Come on. 122. 123. 124. 125. 126. How many kills do I get for taking out the core? Can I make it to 150?
Hurry up. Take out that...
Also, would you guys enjoy this more if we had face cam for our live streams? I often wonder this. I don't feel like it would make a difference, but if it would, I can totally turn on a face cam at some point.
Take out that core.
I've never actually canvassed our audience in that regard. I feel like for the everyday Let's Plays, it's not really that necessary, but I don't know. For live streams, it might add something. I know all the big Twitch streamers and whatever, they all do it.
Hey, there's not much time left.
Yeah, I know. Shut up.
Hurry
You're
up.
not helping.
Take out that core.
Oh, come on. Oh, you're going to tell me that wasn't enough to destroy it after all that freaking work? There's so many Fire Emblem games. I'm a fan of them, but there really are too many characters in Smash. Still have my girl Corin got in, though. I haven't played any of the Sonic games. Really? Face cam would be weird for streams like Animal Crossing. Maybe something like this would be fitting. Yeah, for Animal Crossing, I feel... I mean, wow, I don't think I've ever actually failed this mission. I'll bet they're going to blow it up Independence Day style, though. Oh, no! Sad mission completion music. You really fucked this one up. But at least my teammates are alive. Ugh.
Dang.
Darn it.
Don't get you down, Fox.
I don't know. A bunch of people might have just died. I just F from Sam. Thank you, Sam. Can I get some Fs in the chat for that? God, I wasted a whole bunch of time playing that fucking mission. Oh, now I have to go to Sector X, which is even harder and sucks even more. All right.
Reports indicate that Andross is working on some secret weapon.
I'll check it out.
Good luck.
Could you also pick up my dry cleaning? I'm all out of red hats. Oh, and they don't have any bombs either. Man, this level's gonna be... So there's another crazy warp in this level, like the one in the asteroid field. It is insanely hard to open. I would actually argue that for all intents and purposes, this is the hardest level in the game. And you'll probably see why in a bit. I'm probably going to try to open the secret exit once, and then I'm probably going to get frustrated and then give up. So don't be surprised, again, if that happens.
Enemy troops behind.
It is also near, like, of all the levels in this game, I think this and Sector Z are easily the hardest on which to... The ones on which it is most difficult to meddle. To get the number of downed bogeys that you need in order to achieve the medal, and also just with regards to keeping your teammates alive. It's very hard to do both on this level and that one. And actually, I know I said we'd do a short stream, but if I'm really feeling it and this run goes poorly, which it looks like it might, I might play this again and play through a different route. If you guys are up for that. If not, we can just cut the stream in an hour. I have no qualms about doing that either. Like I said, I'm pretty worn out today. I have been for the last couple days. But F from Jake. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate that.
What the heck is that?
There you go.
They're on me. I'm getting terrible.
Oh, you are, Peppy, but it's okay. At least you're not Slippy.
Knock it off, Fox.
Trying to help you.
Thanks, Fox.
Not a problem. At least I've got the crazy laser. It'll make my life a little easier. Go to the left.
I can't wait to see this secret weapon.
Oh, if I do this correctly, you won't see it. That's probably not going to happen, though. 'Cause this is where things get very tricky. Yeep. Also, if I had accomplished that last mission, I would have had a whole lot more help going into this level.
Looks like a warp.
And break. go. Also, what's the next Oh my god, he is still here, even though I completely shit the bed on the last one. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. Okay, these little, like, toaster coil gates are impossible to get open. Okay, that's one. That's one open.
Something's not right here.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, two. Okay, that's two, baby. Come on. Three.
Yeah! Just one more!
God, really?
Hurry up or you're toast!
Yeah, but I don't want to miss the gate. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, run! Woo! Warp number 2, baby. You gotta start taking naps, man. I slept like a solid 8 or 9 hours last night. That's the thing. I've been sleeping a decent amount. I do wonder if I maybe caught a mild version of coronavirus, because I've also been having this weird, like, vertigo thing the last couple days, which my understanding is that is definitely one of the rarer symptoms of it, but I wouldn't rule it out. Which would make sense, again, like, and I've been very good and I have both been very safe in terms of avoiding coronavirus, but if no one else in the state is taking it seriously, like, you know, your chance of catching it just increases dramatically, so I may have to deal with it anyway, which is great. So thanks to everybody in Florida for not wearing your masks. I super appreciate it. Really? We can't... This is why we can't have nice things. Yeah, so the last warp zone was really fun and had, like, tons of free bombs and lasers and health rings and stuff like that. This one does not. This sucks, and it's super difficult, and I can guarantee I'm going to lose one of my wings and probably a whole bunch of health by the time I am out of this level. And if not, I will be very surprised. Oh my god, I'm still somehow alive. Okay, alright, here we go. Come on. Yeah, because everything is just made to damage the crap out of your ship in this level. I made it to the end, though. Thank merciful God. I hope you're alright. I mean, we'll find out in time. Look, I'm young. We're all young. We're a lot less likely to die from this thing. And just by virtue of the curve being flattened, even just due to things being delayed, even I have to go to Sector Z. Oh, and I have a single laser. Christ, this is gonna be rough. Yeah, by virtue of being younger, and by virtue of at least there being a greater amount of time in slowing the virus, because we were responsible for at least a month, I guess. The state of Florida as a whole, not me. I've been responsible this whole time, which is why I'm pissed. But I think because of that, there are fewer deaths from COVID. Now, obviously, I take that with a grain of salt, but that's been my understanding. Now, when you even slow just the spread of it, even for a little bit, it does help because it gives hospitals time to prepare. So even then, like, I'm in pretty good shape. I think I'm gonna be fine.
The enemy gunning for you.
At least this warp has a lot of colors. Oh, it is super colorful. This level is rough. And you can tell because you start in a panic.
Hey, Einstein, I'm on your side!
Yeah, I know, but give me a double laser, Falco, because I need one. Actually, I wonder if I retry this course, will I just start off with 3 bombs? Because I could use those. Yeah, so, but if you live in Florida, if you have the misfortune of living in Florida, which I'd imagine both of the people watching this do, well, no, it's more than both of you. There are like 6 or 7 people watching this by now. Speaking of which, drop a like, leave a comment, let me know you're here, talk to me, people. Say hello. And also subscribe to our channel, because that's helpful too. But if the two of you in the comments have the misfortune of living in Florida, which I know you do, please continue to be careful. just because it's the responsibility of everybody in society to take care of those of us who are less vulnerable or who are more vulnerable. It's not a matter of, well, if I get sick, and that's just it. It's like, yeah, but when you get sick, it's not just you getting sick. The people around you get sick, and they may not be able to shake it as well as you can, and they may be immunocompromised, and, you know, again, I feel like I probably don't have to talk to the two of you about this, or anybody else in the chat, but if you're not wearing your mask, please, for the love of God, wear your mask. Don't be an ass. That's not nice. Random question, but will Tracy ever feature on a stream again? Yes, potentially. Tracy was working tonight, so Tracy is not on stream, but he had a really good experience sort of playing moderator last time. We loved having him on. Tracy's a hoot and makes for a really fun roommate and just a groovy friend. So yeah, probably next... look, if he's not working next week, we'll totally have him on for another Animal Crossing stream, because that was a lot of fun. That was good and silly. I wouldn't mind having that experience again. Why did you guys? Did you like Tracy, Sam? Let me know. I will gladly. If you enjoyed having him on, I will let him know. If you did not enjoy having him on, I will politely withhold that information.
Missiles 2 and 3.
Oh, God, what I wouldn't do for a double laser right now.
I'm heading for the missile now.
Oh, good, that's... boy. Whew. Oh, boy, now you've solved the problem. Thanks, Slippy. Slippy's on the case, everybody. Everything's gonna be fine. Just pack it in. Just take an early night. You know what? Let's all call out tomorrow. Slippy's got this. Everything's good.
Missiles approaching. Distance 50.
I'm gonna shoot my teammates so they can't destroy the missiles, because this is another thing. They will take the missile kills from me.
Get this guy off me.
Oh, I'd love to, Slippy, but...
One missile down.
Yeah, I know, you destroyed the missile, but I kind of needed that kill.
That was too...
I mean, I didn't. I can beat this level without meddling, and it's fine, but I would like to get a medal, because it's fun. Oh, Peppy's in trouble. There we go.
Your father helped me like that too.
Your father helped me move my couch. Okay. Come on.
You're not getting away.
Take down some bogeys. Come on now.
Missiles 4, 5, and 6 approaching.
Yeah, as I recall, meddling in this level means destroying almost every single thing in it.
Hey, he was mine.
Not he was. Now he's not. That's really difficult because sometimes your teammates will take down the missiles, which means you don't get the credit for killing them. Which is a bummer.
I won't let you get away from me.
Missiles approaching. Distance.
Oh. Come on. There we go. Cool. I love Tracy. He had a very fun energy. Still waiting for that Asthma OnlyFans from him. Oh, believe me, it's... I mean, sadly, it doesn't look like anything's shutting down here in Orlando, but if anything, if his restaurant gig shuts down, we'll totally make it happen. Mostly out of boredom. Anybody in the chat actually subscribe to anybody's OnlyFans account? I actually have no idea, like, what the interface looks like or anything. We have yet to establish
Is everything okay?
a Raspberry Pi OnlyFans. We probably never will. I don't know. Never say never, I suppose. But it's probably not going to happen.
We've got the bad guys on the run.
So I have basically no context for the whole thing.
Don't worry. Slippy's here.
Save the day, Slippy sucks, super bad. Blah blah blah. Doo. Sector Z, gonna go to this thing out in space, then we'll blow it up. This level is super difficult, especially given my current condition, where I literally have no idea how it works. I've just seen people posting about it online. I've noticed that the cosplay girls who normally just post like lewd content on their Patreon pages, they're also getting OnlyFans accounts. I think to brace their income, which, like, look, yeah, tight. There's nothing, you know, I've said it before. I'll say it again. There's nothing wrong with that. I just think it's funny that, you know, we're a band, first and foremost. But our interests and our subject matter and our community often happens to intersect with things like cosplay communities. So we get some of that crossover of people genuinely going, yeah, but when are you guys going to start an OnlyFans account? It's like, no, you don't get it. Like, that's for people who mostly do cosplay and, like, lewds, and our main thing is music. No, but you're still an asshole.
Clean up this mess.
Destroy these giant plates with forks and knives in them.
Time for a little payback.
Oh, why did I skip out on that laser? So stupid.
Hold still and let me shoot you.
Oh, but there's some opportunity. Here we go. Yeah, super laser.
Great Fox will cover you.
Woohoo! And incidentally, I don't know if I mentioned this on the show before, but I totally, I follow some cosplayer girls on Instagram. Not because the content is fine, but I like watching them because they're a good indicator for what we should be doing on social media, on Instagram especially.
Did we get him?
They always tend to be early adopters of things like being able to post, like Facebook posts like in your story. I didn't recognize that as a
Sorry, guys.
fucking Peppy. I did not recognize that as a thing until I started following some cosplay girls on Instagram. I'm new to these streams and started watching because of Sam, who is Tracy. Wait, people actually want y'all to make one. Yes, they actually. Some people unironically do. There have been a couple people. I don't know if you've ever noticed this on Facebook streams. This is the funniest thing to me. There's this one lady from Texas, I think, who unironically is like, I work for the airlines. I can fly out and just hang out whenever. You know, I'll come out and visit you in Orlando. And I think she's, you know, maybe just saying that for sport. But I feel like she's partially serious, and that is very worrisome. Not because I think she'll ever actually do it, but that anybody would actually beat that forward is very weird to me.
Entering.
I think I told this story on the show once where we were playing Tampa Bay Comic-Con 2018, and this one girl gave me a $5 bill with her phone number on it, and I had no idea what to do with it. And also no urge to be like, oh, I'm going to call this girl. Like, I just don't do that. That's not my style. But also, and Goodwin best described it as watching a computer get a blue screen and reboot in real time, because I think I stood looking at this thing for about 3 minutes before I actually did anything. Because I was just so like, what do I do with this about it? Like, really, I had no idea. But those same people, I think, are like, yeah, make an OnlyFans. Like, I feel like you're missing the point of what we do if that's, you know, the Super Sexy Calendar is about as far as we'll ever go with that. And that's more just because it's really funny. The Super Sexy moniker on the Super Sexy Calendar is more a gag than anything, just because it seemed like a funny title. I don't think those pictures are actually generally sexy. I would say the most prurient they've ever been is like PG-13 with like me and Ryan in a bathtub. But responding to Jake, Tracy is my roommate and a super good friend. I've known Tracy almost as long as I've known Goodwin.
They're on me. I've got the talent.
It's really hard to rescue you when you get chased by...
What's taking you so long, boss?
There you go. You're welcome. Yeah, Tracy's my roommate. I've known him almost as long as I've known Goodwin. We all met in the same place, this now defunct coffee shop from Orlando called Natura Coffee and Tea. And Tracy's cool because he's in the music scene. He does a completely different kind of musical thing than Goodwin and I do. He makes this like ambient music using just his guitar and his pedals, and it's really cool. And we played a couple shows with him before, just because we like having him on the bill, because he's a nice guy and like a funny dude, and totally unique in the way that he makes music. I've never seen anyone in Orlando, and very few people anywhere else that make music the way that Tracy does. So we all have a big appreciation for him. And he's a good gopher. And as a person who also understands audio and just what it takes to get a good sound, it's really nice having him on the streams from time to time. It was really nice having him on the stream last week. We only really had him on one time. Just to monitor sound and levels and stuff. And also because it was my birthday stream, and I was like, you're going to be home. Just come hang out with us. Like, because Tracy, on several of our live streams, if you really listen, you can hear Goodwin talking to someone off mic. That's Tracy. He's talking to Tracy, who's just like saying random stuff in the background. And that dialogue was funny enough. They were just like, oh, we should just have him on. This is funny.
Venom's right there.
Oh, you suck, Slippy. Just save your ass.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Yeah, you are. And I missed him. Yeah, so Tracy's my roommate and a good friend.
The last line has been breached!
Man, how many kills do you have to get a medal on this level? Woo!
Gang, deploy it now!
Let's look at some comments here. I remember someone in that chat was way thirsty, and it was so funny to me, like, why have all this energy in a music stream of all places? I mean, I get it, and, like, look, if that, I believe it was a woman, if that woman were actually confronted, if I, like, actually came out to her and, like, okay, I'm here, what are we gonna do? Like, what would really happen? Probably nothing, which is fine. I think a lot of people, because we've had this experience, Goodwin and I both have had this experience with men, women, and non-binaries alike, where, you know, I feel like, oh, you're coming on to me, or you're, like, hooting and hollering at us in the same way that, like, dudes in an arena, you know, when the front man of a band goes, and I think blah, 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 and it's sort of like an applause line, and all the guys go, ah! It's like a soccer game or something. It's like, I think in some ways that's some people's equivalent of doing that, just sort of on an interpersonal level. Like, what would you really what would you really do if one of us actually decided to follow through on this? Probably wouldn't go anywhere, and like that's fine, because I don't like. Maybe I can't speak for Goodwin, although I feel like he probably lines up with this situation too. It's like, so we're not really about that. It's like, I would much rather have someone buy a shirt than give me their phone number. We did not get in this to pick up girls. If you're, it's like the most important thing to me, at least. And I remember saying this to Goodwin after, at one point, he was pointing out, oh yeah, I think these two people really liked us. And I had no idea while all that was happening. I was totally oblivious, as I often am. And my first response was to think, okay, but how can we channel that energy into a merch sale? How can we turn that into an upsell? Because, you know, I'm more interested in perpetuating the thing that we're doing and doing the work that we're doing. That's what really matters to me. That's what Is Slippy dead? What? I did all that work and started the level over so Slippy could die? Psh, whatever. Stupid game. I think people may have read one too many Wattpad fanfics. What is Wattpad? I've never heard of that before. It's funny, our friend Brooke, who designed our last website, she did a really great job. She's basically our de facto web designer. She once wrote Raspberry Pi fanfics, but it was mostly just for the sake of doing it, because she thought it was super funny and because it was a little unsettling to Nick, which was great.
We're entering Venom airspace.
But I wouldn't discourage people from writing Raspberry Pi fanfics just for the humor. Although, if you've never read it, and I think I posted it on a previous Raspberry Plays video, there's... Oh, man, it's like the worst fanfic ever written. It's called Broly's Love Affection. I think it's like a Dragon Ball Z-centric fanfic. It's... Oh, man, it's garbage. It's the worst. Please look it up. You have to. You got to do some digging to find it because I think it's from like 2004. But it's so worth it. It's such garbage. It's so cringy. And the best thing you can do, because it's riddled with spelling errors, is put it into Google Translate where it's English to English, and just get Google to read you this horrible story. I can't recommend it enough. It's super funny. And also, if you like reading cringy fanfics, or even if you don't, drop a like on this video, because it is helpful to what we do. Or I guess it's just helpful to what I'm doing tonight, because it's just me. But that's okay. Oh, come on.
And the great Leon.
Now, had I played the easy route and then gone to the hard route, I would have encountered these guys once before. But because I just played pretty much exclusively the easy route into the medium route into the hard route, I sort of jumped in and dabbled in all three. There's really no context for these guys, but that's okay, because I can still take them down. And actually, I gotta say, I mean, I hate the idea of not being able to medal on this level, but with Slippy not being here, boy, it's way easier to protect my other two teammates who are actually competent and worth saving. Ooh, and let's get that gold ring because I'm low on health. So let's check the chat. It's just a notoriously bad fanfic website. Yeah, that makes that scans. 2 likes on the stream. People, if you're watching the stream, drop a like. You gotta. It's your sacred franchise. Whee!
You're not welcome here.
Come on now. And we do a little flip. Little rapper, by the way. A little flip. That's not true. I've never listened to a little flip. Yeah. And flip.
You're good, but I'm better.
Come on. Doing these crazy backflips. Where'd he go? Come on. Whee!
You're not welcome here.
Go to the needle. And then shoot this guy.
No way. I don't believe it.
Believe it. In the words of English dub Naruto. Woo!
You're not welcome here.
Anybody watch Naruto? Does anybody read Naruto? How did you guys feel about it? I liked it up until, like, I mean, there's a lot of silliness and a lot of excessive techniques that are never used again, which almost seem like Deus Ex Machina techniques. But I didn't mind it until the final, like, Great Ninja World War. I thought that was sort of poorly done. And look, I've never written a manga before, so what the hell do I know about the craft of it? But it did seem rather silly to me. Not that anybody cares about that hot take, I would imagine. This is a Let's Play channel. And it's not even a Let's Play channel. It's a music channel. We just happen to have Let's Plays. Because, boy, it's hard to come up with regular content.
Now you will feel true pain.
Grab the bomb. What else? So what else is going on with you guys? Ask me a question. It's like feel free to ask me anything. I am always happy to chat. Especially given that social contact is very limited these days. Understandably so. We shoot this guy in the eye, and then we shoot his hand. This is the final boss of the game, by the way. In what could only be described as a room made of a 90s acid haze. Because, man, this is very 90s. Like the colors and everything. Especially the green. We shoot him in the eye. And you shoot his hands, and then you shoot his little face. And then he shakes his little head, and it's over, and I won! Yay! Backflip! Oh, no! It's not over. He's a giant brain.
So, Andross, you show your true form.
Naruto is too long for me to keep up. I've seen too many episodes. It's way too long for me. Yeah, it's a lot. Although it's got nothing on One Piece. My God. But it's funny. Zach is actually a huge fan of One Piece. He's read, like, I think most, if not all, of the manga chapters thus far, which is interesting. Like, the people who love it really love it. Same thing with Bleach, I guess. But I always, like, I can see why people love One Piece. I can't stand Bleach. Which I think only recently ended its run, right? Or is Bleach still running? Someone get in the chat and let me know. I actually would love to know. I'm gonna have to shoot this brain in the back of the brain. Sentence structure. Woohoo! And we'll just do a little flip. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I want to shoot this brain. No! Oh, my wings, I need those to fly! No! Have you watched any shows lately? I have not. Goodwin has been trying to get me to watch The Boys on, I think, Amazon Prime or something. I've not watched it. It's weird. When I go into quarantine, like, when I'm sort of... I don't know. I don't watch a lot of shows. I watch more YouTube than I watch, like, Netflix shows or things like that. I've been watching a lot of... reruns of... or old segments from episodes of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. I really like that show. I like getting my... And new ones, too, because he's been doing segments about the tennis elbow pandemic, which I appreciate. It's always nice to stay in the know about that stuff. Man, my ship is looking great. I don't want to counter this guy. So I really don't want to have to fight him without my double laser beyond this. So let's see if I can do a flip and get away from him. Please fly through. Please fly through. There we go. There we go. Now I'll just get a little distance going. And then I can turn around and I can quite literally blow his brains out. Here we go. Ah, you sneaky bastard. Come on. Let me laser you in the back of the brain. No! That was my last of my health. Yes, I've been watching a lot of that. I've been getting really into this YouTube channel called Dank Pods. I have to play it from the beginning of the level. That's bullshit. I've been watching this channel called Dank Pods, which is a lot of fun. It's this Australian guy, which, first of all, Australian accent, hilarious. I happen to think it's like one of the funniest, if not the funniest accent in the world. So I love watching this guy's videos. And he basically just... He repairs and modifies iPods, which is something I've always been fascinated with. I think it's really cool. And they're really funny, too. He's kind of like an Australian JonTron, but without the, alt-right views. At least in terms of the presentation. Like, it's educational, or it tells you about something, but also he's funny throughout and just sort of quick to outbursts, and it's good. Dank Pods, DANKPODS. I can't recommend it enough. And actually gave me a really cool idea. I got into... I have like an old electronics drawer, as we all do, I would imagine, in my house. Just like everybody's got cell phones or like old Game Boys that they can't let go of, but that maybe are broken. Probably not broken Game Boys. I've never heard of a Game Boy breaking down. But I had an iPod Mini that I was using back in 2015 because I love the out of all the media players I've ever used, I think the iPod Mini is probably my favorite. And that's probably just nostalgia vision because I had one I got one as a birthday gift when I was a teenager and just fell in love with it, and like the idea of having especially with the Mini, the idea of it fitting exactly 1,000 songs is fascinating to me. Because it gives you, free reign on a ton of music, but you have to pick 1,000 songs. It's like, all right, which ones do you really want to listen to? But I had an iPod Mini in a drawer that was otherwise functional, but the headphone jack only played out of one side. And I actually, from watching the DankPod's channel, I felt inspired. So I was like, well, I've got some like sensitive electronics tools, things for getting into phones and CD players and stuff like that. So I was like, let me take a crack at this. So the other day, I actually popped open my iPod Mini. It took me like 10 minutes. It was super easy. And I found a place in Kentucky that just sells old iPod Mini parts, or old iPod parts in general. And I went through them, and I just got a replacement headphone jack for the Mini. So I'm going to put it... What? Such horseshit. So I'm going to put it in there, and then I'm going to be able to use that iPod Mini again. I'll be super happy. And it actually gave me a really cool idea. I think maybe the next time we do an album experience, or maybe even before then, as like a patron exclusive, if we reach like, let's say, $200 or $300 a month on Patreon, I think it might be really fun to give away a Raspberry Pi pod, which would basically just be, oh yeah, we take an iPod, we refurbish it. I refurbish it. I don't know if Goodwin knows how to do it. I barely know how to do it. We refurbish an iPod, load it up with every single Raspberry Pi song to date, and then give it away to a funky friend at random. I think that'd be really fun. And a good way of sharing a fun music experience. Because we could load other music on there, too. Like, I would just love to load, I don't know, some of my favorite disco tracks and, like, soft rock music on an iPod and just give it to a funky friend. I think that'd be super cool. And I've always said this. The thing that I like the most about the iPod is that you can't receive phone calls on it. Because I know it's like the age of streaming and everybody's used to just calling up whatever song they want to hear at any given time. And obviously there's an insane amount of utility to that. And, like, look, I benefit from, like, we as a band benefit from that just generally. But I also think it'd be really cool to do that for the sake of, like, I like listening to music in a format where it's uninterrupted. I actually think it's more conducive. If you're playing off of an iPod, it's more conducive to album-oriented music, which would actually play well for the next album we have in mind, because it is a full LP, not an EP. So it's, it's going to be like 10 tracks or something like that. So as a promotional giveaway for that, I think it would be especially poignant. Also, I am sorry it's taking me so long to beat this guy. This is probably super boring to watch. But I'm trying. Oh, and it just gets worse. This fucking game. I beat him so easily the other day. Yeah, but I think it'd be really fun. I might, like, custom paint it if I can get away, but I'm sure I could learn. And give someone else the experience of, like, oh, here's an entire 2 Raspberry Pi albums, and you won't have to listen to ads in between, and you don't have to be near Wi-Fi to use it. Just see how much enjoyment someone can get out of that. I think that's a really... Yes! I finally killed him! Oh, God, it took long enough. Ooh, that's a fun idea. Right? I think it'd be so cool. And it's just a cool... It's basically another way of giving someone a playlist or, like, a mixtape. But a little more permanent. And you can get refurbished iPod, or you can get iPods that are basically functional, like iPod minis and stuff like that for... Man, I want to say I've seen them as low as, like, under $50. So, you get a random colored iPod mini, or ideally something that we, like, custom design a little bit. And you get a whole bunch of fun tunes with it. Like, you get all the Raspberry Pi music, and then also just some fun, you basically get a Raspberry Pi mixtape. Like, yeah, this is what we like to listen to. I think it'd be super cool. So, I'm supposed to do a live stream for our Dance and Funk tier patrons this Sunday, and I don't think it's going to happen, but I would love it if I could get that spare part by this Sunday, because I actually would love to just go on camera and repair that iPod and just talk to people, talk to our funky friends in that patron tier. What the? Oh, God. Come on. I'll just crash. Whee! Oh, those graphics. That sounds cool. Right? Again, thank you, Jake. I think it's a cool idea. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think a lot of people will get something out of it, namely a free iPod. Well, not a lot of people. One person. One very lucky person. But, I think it's a fun idea. And it's an appreciation for a format that, frankly, I don't think gets enough appreciation. I like the idea of having something that is... a phone is great, but it is not a dedicated music player. It is first and foremost a communication device. It happens to get you music. But, I don't know. I've been thinking about this a lot lately, because I don't necessarily love Spotify culture in all of its forms. I do and I don't. We as a group have, a hot and cold relationship with it. It's exposed us to new listeners, which is great. And it informs people, our funky friends who follow us on Spotify when we're playing a show in their town. Or it used to, back when we were playing shows. But at the same time, a lot of people listen to Spotify passively. That's why there's such a huge market. And I know people who make music that basically is just meant to be put on Spotify playlists. And you can get millions of plays on a Spotify playlist and have nobody show up to your gigs. Because I think Spotify is more for the general music consumer, which is fine. Like, iTunes was that in a lot of ways back in the day. But at the same time, I feel like it degrades the value of a little bit because, you can just skip this and, we'll just, it's just a playlist. Here, we'll feed you more of the thing that you already like. Which, again, not a bad thing. It's nice to have music discovery. I get that. Slippy is okay. Yeah, you know why? Because Slippy wasn't part of that mission. Not to sound like someone's grandpa here, but again, it's just a different musical experience when you're on a device that is exclusively made for listening to music. You're not going to get phone calls. You're not going to message anybody. You can just sit down and listen to an album. Which, look, if you're in the art form that we are, which is music making, it's not like EPs are great, and I actually really believe in them as an art form too. I feel like all of our EPs are sort of like little concept records, at least in terms of the cohesion of the sound, and maybe even the lyrical subject matter. But an album, especially if you're coming from the the older tradition, it's almost like the musical equivalent of an episode of a TV show. It's in the sense that a TV show is 22 minutes of the viewer's time, and you have a concrete statement to make. You have something to say. And I feel like albums are very much the same thing. You have, let's say, 35 minutes of a listener's time, and you take them on a trip. You convey a worldview to them, or just give them an attitude, or give them a sense of who you are. And there's something really cool about having someone listen to, especially if it's something like a concept album, which I am very much in favor of. There is something to listening to that album from front to back. I really like that. Like 24 Karat Magic, it's not even necessarily a concept album, but it is probably more unified and thematically than Bruno Mars's previous records. I really like taking the time to sit down and listen to that record from front to back. And I also like listening to just the singles from it as standalone songs. It works on both levels. But it's nice to go into a music player, like a dedicated music player, and just listen to it. It's fun to do. I always love albums with overarching themes and stories because of that. It's more engaging, in my opinion. I just love interesting ways in storytelling like that. Yeah, it's not something you see too often. Or hear, I suppose. So, and actually, for a little more hot gossip, I am thinking the next Raspberry Pi LP, is going to be a concept album. I'm fairly certain of that, with a direct story. So there's more. I sincerely hope that whenever we get to put it out, Probably not 2021. That's probably just going to be reserved for Lunch Rush, the album that we were planning on releasing this year. There's a whole bunch of plot happening in the background with the talking puppies and whatever.
It's time for us to go now.
It's time for us to run awkwardly in front of the sunset. Yep, there they go. Boy, that graphics chip is working as hard as it possibly could in 1997. Yeah, so the next one's going to be a concept album. So that whole iPod thing kind of plays into that. Like, having someone just sit down with a device that isn't made for receiving phone calls, and I guess it also has Wi-Fi. Something where you can't call into it, it's just music. So, yeah. Concept album. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. It's been in the works for like a year now. I think it's going to be we're both really excited about it. I don't want to give anything away, but it's, the Lunch Rush EP is already done. So it's like, well, what do we do next? Let's move on to this. Let's make this album. So we actually already started recording it. It's got a cool sound to it. I'm really happy with it. I'm sure I will hate it in a matter of months when it's close to being finished, because that's just the way it works. I also realized we have a lot of bossa nova style songs kicking around. There's part of me that wants to do like just a weird intermediary Raspberry Pi album for quarantine, because bossa nova seems like an appropriate genre for that. Oh, and I can't skip the credits, but I really wish I could. Do you guys actually? I said I was just going to play for an hour. I actually think I could do like another 40 minutes. Do you guys want to see me play through this again, maybe on a different route? Do you want to just keep talking and hanging out? So exciting. I'm sure it'll be great. Oh, thank you, Sam. Or should I call it here and just call it a night? I don't mind either way. If everybody's got things to do, I will gladly just bow out and go about my evening. But if you want to hang out a little bit longer, I can totally play a little more Starfox and just hang out and talk to you guys. And ask how your lives are going. MIDI soundtrack. Rank in. Boy, that's some English. Do I get to end? Oh, that means I get a high score. Dick. Let's change that. Let's do the one that we always do. P-I-E. Yeah! You'll love it. I'm always up for just hanging out streams. Cool. We'll play through it again then. Pie. I think the top, a lot of poos and pies here. Oh, but Dick is still number one. Boy, I really am a grown-up. Wow. In the top 2 slots. Dick. Man, I was on doing pretty well. Okay.
What?
Oh, yeah, there are mercenary groups that they charge, so that's fun. Sure, I'd love to watch more of the stream. Awesome. Thank you, Jake. Also, Jake, I don't know that I've seen you in chat before, like, recently. How did you get hip to us and what we do? Also, here's something funny. You can move the 64 around on the screen. Make them move their weird 1997 heads. And make it look like Slippy is checking out Falco's butt. He's really been working out! Did you say so? Did you say something? What? No, nothing. Man, that ass, though. Oh, no. Meanwhile, Falco, they're all just checking out each other's asses. I am a child. Yeah, let's try that again, and let's take a different route. Let's maybe take something easier. Or potentially harder. Yes, Admiral Puppy, save the world. Gotcha. Woohoo! Yeah, big fan of concept albums. And again, I think a bossa nova album would be fun to put out, considering it's like laid back and everybody's just sort of trapped at home, but it's also summertime. It's a weird time to be trapped in the house because it's pleasant out. Like it's Florida, so it's never pleasant out really in the summertime. But for most people, it's not horrible, and it's like a nice time of year. And normally we'd all be going to the beach and doing things. And it's not to say you can't go to the beach, but like you're gonna want to go at a time when no one else is going, or just stay very distant from everybody.
Everybody stay alert!
So I feel like it'd be kind of neat to put out Bossa Nova, which is a very warm style of music. It makes sense. It's from Brazil. It's like Brazilian jazz. It's beautiful. We might even... I say we could put it out. Potentially. Maybe we could try mixing and mastering it ourselves, because it's not... It's less necessary to have insane mixing on something like that than it would be for... You know, like a funk, disco, pop record, which is much more mixing intensive. Like you need really fancy mixing techniques with something like what we normally do. Whereas, like, give you an idea, Being Human, the Steven Universe cover that we did a couple months ago, that's basically done in the style of a bossa nova, and I was able to mix that for us because it's relatively simple, and I sort of know how to mix for that style. And just because the instrumentation's not super complicated, it's pretty straightforward. So I don't know. So I've been thinking about that lately too, and it doesn't require nearly as many overdubs. We could probably do it in a pretty short amount of time, and I don't know, maybe give it away as a patron exclusive album or something like that. Trying to think of just more exclusive content for our Patreon patrons, like Sam, who I think is still listening to this, in which case I will say it every stream until the day I die. Thank you for being a patron, Sam. We super appreciate it. It's really cool of you. You have no idea how much closer that brings us to actually putting out new music. And let me just preemptively throw a bomb out there. Let me steal Falco's kill here. Hate that guy. Now, well, I guess I missed my chance to steal his kill. Oh, am I gonna be one shy of a medal again? Damn it. Oh well.
Someone wants...
Just some chill music for the summer. Yeah, pretty much. But, like, not even mainstream pop-style music. More like easy-listen jazz music. Started watching YouTube streams a little while because it's Sam. She introduced me to streams. She would play some of your songs while we were swimming and doing other activities. Ooh. Where were you guys swimming? Also, it's kind of neat to think of our songs as swimming music. Man, what I wouldn't do to go into the pool again. Love to swim in a pool. And that's saying something, because I usually hate swimming in pools, because I'm going to tell you guys a little secret you might not know about pools. People pee in pools. Even if you have a private pool, somebody's peed in it. And yes, I know that's what the chlorine is for, but also urine. Fun fact, the smell that we associate with as being, the chlorine smell of a pool, that's not the smell of chlorine, that's the smell of chlorine mixed with urine. So yeah, take that to the bank, why don't you?
You'll never defeat Andross!
Started watching these. Also, Sam, thank you again for hipping new people to the streams. So Jake, yeah, if you're new, man, feel free to ask me whatever. Like, if you want to know more about our music or more about the way that we stream or like what we do, please feel free to ask, because I always love meeting funky new friends. Even if it's via the interwebs, which unfortunately is the way we have to do it at the moment, because the world is in complete and utter chaos. Well, not the world, mostly just America at this point. We have our own pool. Oh, you lucky duck. I play y'all's music for any activity. It's like my feel-good jams. Aw. That's awesome. That's funny. We actually have we have a funky friend who I believe we are her number 2 streamed artist on Spotify for 2019, which is really cool. Okay, so we hit Meteos last time. Let's try Sector Y this time.
Fox, we're under attack. Help us out here.
I'm on my way.
I just need to pick up some bagels. Yeah, feel free to ask or comment anything in the chat. I'm probably going to zone out for a second here because this level is... It takes a little focus to not lose my wings on this one.
Somebody's gonna pay for all this.
So feel free to provide some conversation. I am totally happy to just answer questions as we go along.
Don't let any of them through!
Woohoo!
Something's wrong. I don't see anything.
Coming from above.
Surprise attack coming from above! Hold them, they're trying. Hey, Einstein, I'm on your side!
Shut up.
Keep up the pace! The enemy's coming from behind!
Oh my god. Whee! Those guys. Oh, I forget. Do I want to go above or below?
I've got everything above!
I guess we're going below. Too. Eh?
He's quick! Be careful!
Anymore, he's not.
We're gonna break through that!
He did.
You're becoming a better pilot!
Cannons. These guys too.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Blow some stuff up. That's always enjoyable.
Something's up ahead. Looks
It's different.
All range mode.
Favorite snow cone flavor? Ooh, that's a good one. Man, I honestly can't remember the last time I had a snow cone. I don't know. It's funny, I don't even think of them in terms of flavors. I think of them in terms of colors. My favorite flavor, by that logic, is blue. What's yours, Sam?
Shoot! I'm taking damage!
Oh, but you're still running your mouth. Thank God.
Slippy's hit.
Slippy refers to Slippy self in the third Slippy. Hey, Doug, I just came to pop in and say hi real quick. Hi, ML, how's it going? Yeah, we're just hanging out and playing Starfox, just to do something. It's just me tonight. Goodwin and I are social distancing because COVID fears here in Orlando are out of control. So this seemed pertinent. We're also not music streaming. I don't know if anybody's for anybody that's interested, we're also not music streaming for a couple weeks. Just because we also figured it was as good a time as any to like take a break. We've been playing music streams every single Friday, and I feel like at a certain point, it's probably diminishing returns. It's also just nice to take a breather because we really have been hitting it hard every single week with the music streams. So, yeah, this is kind of our one stream for the week. My favorite flavor is red. See, you know it. You know where it's at. Colors, not flavors. Which is funny because I sometimes refer to Bath & Body Works candles as, oh, my favorite flavor of Bath & Body Works candle, which I know their scents. I know it's a scent, but I will often refer to them as flavors. Which, incidentally, do you have a favorite Bath & Body Works candle scent? Let me know in the comments. Glad you guys are staying safe. We're trying. I was telling everybody earlier, I feel kind of under the weather, so... And I've had these weird, like, vertigo spells for the last couple days. I don't know what that's about, but... yeah, if nothing else, we're staying isolated. And still able to stay productive-ish.
We're heading for Aquid.
Yes, delicious candles. Oh, they're so tasty. Yeah, favorite Bath & Body Works candle scent. Let me know. And again, to anybody watching or listening that hasn't done so already, feel free to drop a like. Or jump in the comment section. Talk to me. I'd love to...
I guess you're good for some.
Love to just gab back and forth. I'm just playing through Starfox at this point for a second time, just to hang out. I know my favorite... I mean, I have a couple favorite Bath & Body Works candles. I would say my current favorite, though, is Island Margarita. Just because the color is great. It's this green. It also smells awesome. It's my go-to. There might be better flavors. Let's change course. Ooh, do I want to play Katina again? No, I think I'm going to stick with the hard route this time. I'm going to go to Aquas. I buy more sprays from them than candles, but I love their rose and lavender honey scents. They are so good. What kind of sprays do you buy from them? It's funny. I have a couple of friends who... I know I have a couple female friends who...
Starfox.
Who wear the body sprays. They smell great.
Yes, sir.
Except for the food-based ones. I like black cherry and cucumber melon because I'm basic. Cucumber melon's good. I love cucumber melon as a hand soap. Also, this is weird. For one level in this game, they give you a submarine. And here it is. This is a real weird one.
I'm gonna check out the bioweapon.
I don't know that I've ever taken a whiff of the black cherry scent. Sounds nice, though. I do tend to like the fruity scents, though. I just don't like the ones that smell like, oh, pancakes or whatever, because those just... Man, those always just smell like diabetes to me. Or diabetes, as Wilfred Brimley would say it. Like, they smell too sweet. They smell artificial. I don't like those. But anything with, like... ooh, and blue waters or turquoise waters is a long-standing favorite of mine. I love turquoise waters. I believe that's what I'm burning in my bathroom at the moment.
Shoot a torpedo to help you see.
Also dawns on me, I don't think these are Andross's troops. I think these are just animals in the ocean. We're killing them. Oh, well. Or maybe we're not? I don't know. Maybe they are Andross's troops. Also, to Mel and Sam, sorry for not doing another Animal Crossing stream this week. People were, for whatever reason, hard up on Starfox. I also figured if it was just going to be me tonight, it probably would be harder to do Animal Crossing. It's a lot more fun to do those when Goodwin's around, and even more fun when Tracy's around. So I figured I'd take a break from that for a week, and we might do that, like, next week. I feel like doing an alternating schedule with Animal Crossing streams might be the way to go. Also just because I don't know what else we can really do with Animal Crossing. It's hard to come up with a new thing to do every week. Although swap meets are a lot of fun. I always enjoy those. And we also just kind of like with the music streams. We just did a big birthday stream last week, so it's like, I don't know if I want to do it again.
Do a barrel roll.
Or not immediately, anyway. Also, this level probably looks terrible on capture because it's all just dark. Actually, let me take a second look at some comments. Black cherry flavor candles is warm vanilla sugar and snickerdoodle. Ooh, that sounds good though. Just body spray is cheaper than perfume, so it's the way to go. I also feel like it's less aggressive than perfume. Like it's just a nice touch. Their flannel scent is so... Oh, flannel is so good as a candle. Just thought about it and smelled it longingly in the store. Black cherry is stronger but not too sweet smell. Well, again, black cherry is a fruit. It's not like a pre-made food. So I feel like you can't get too sweet with it. We don't need to do Animal Crossing every week. Black cherry is so good in hand sanitizer form. It isn't horrendous like a lot of scented hand sanitizers. I mean, look, all those hand sanitizers are basically... It's kind of like drinking... It's kind of like washing your hands with flavored vodka. It's like, oh, the smell of alcohol, and I guess there's... And I guess there's the smell of mango in there, too, because it's mango flavored. You know, but it is very much like washing your hands with vodka sometimes. Or sanitizing with vodka, rather. I don't know, though. I generally find the Bath & Body Works ones to be agreeable, especially the, like, holiday scents. I love the... Then they've got, like, a whole line of Halloween scents that they do every year with super silly names. I love those. And, like, the seasonal scents are great, too, with the winter ones. I love Frosted Cranberry. That's probably my go-to seasonal scent for winter. Although my friend and our web designer Brooke had this hot cocoa scent one year as a candle. Oh, it was so good. It's like one of the best candles I've ever smelled. Didn't smell artificial. Smelled like the real deal. I definitely appreciated that. And I wish I had jumped at the chance to buy it. I had the chance to buy one, and I just...
I got a bad feeling about this box.
And just didn't. And I really should have, because I love that scent to death.
Watch out, Fox!
Yeah, this level is basically just a bunch of button mashing. Quite literally shooting in the dark and hoping for the best. Sometimes it works out.
I found the bioweapon.
I like alternating gameplay. I don't even have Animal Crossing New Horizons. Oh, you're good. We should visit Mel's Island. Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you. It's kind of empty, but a work in progress. Whip in progress. Don't let him get to you, Queen. It was fun. Now, the 1986 Tercel in your garage, that's a whip in progress. You feel me? All right. I always love referring to a car as a whip. Like referring to my mom's Heartmobile like minivan in high school as the whip. Which is funny because I couldn't even drive in high school because I lived in New Jersey and it just wasn't that important.
Fire a homing torpedo!
Yeah, but I do love those Bath & Body Works varieties, especially the seasonal ones. But there's so many good ones. Like, and I also am the kind of person where I will sometimes choose them based on the color. Just like, oh, I like this green because it matches my downstairs bathroom, so this is the scent I'm getting. I do that with hand soaps, too. I use Bath & Body Works products all the time, except for their their shower gel. I just use Dove for that because I like they come in a fun variety of scents, and I also like they're like moisturizing body wash, which I feel is important. Along with, apparently, moisturization of the face. I'm getting into that. I'm trying to use moisturizer after I wash my face every night. Because it's important, apparently. All of my female friends tell me that I just should be moisturizing, which, you know, fair. That they're definitely right. I had one of them buy me some moisturizer for my birthday, which is very sweet of her. Oh, come on, we're one shot away. Oh, so close. So close. Come on! Ah, that was making it so frustrating to get this last hit in. There we go.
You did it!
Yes, I did. Thank you, Slippy. Yes, Doug, skincare. Bro, them sophomores spent 450 hours in the game on a theme, and I'm glad I decided to start over because I love my theme now more than ever. What's your theme?
We're preparing.
Then again, I'm too lazy for that. Yeah, Sam, weren't you the one that was razzing me about needing a skincare routine in the last stream?
Marine came through.
Boy, it really looks like a suppository. Sorry. Submarine does kind of look like a fun joke.
I'll take the sky any day.
Cease, Falco.
Damn. Sam jumping in. Being the dermatologist in the comments. Love it. Let's move on. This is annoying me. La la la. Dee bee bee dee bee doo. Okay, this level. I can't change routes, so this is what we got.
There's an enemy base there?
Affirmative, General.
Good luck.
Okay, this one's fun. Because if you want to accomplish it, you have to destroy these, like, lights. And I think there are, like, 30 of them. It's a whole trip.
This is donuts?
Yes, that's what the announcer just said. Open your ears, Peppy. Come on. I know you're getting older, but come on.
What a dog.
Hey, well, you know what? You try taking care of a planet. Slippy.
Look out for the searchlight.
Yeah. Here we go. So you can, in Starfox, you can complete missions or you can accomplish them. Now, completing the mission just means getting to the end, but if you want to accomplish a mission, most of the time it means meeting some secondary objectives. So if I get spotted by the searchlights in this level, I can still make it to the end in one piece, but I will complete the level. I will not accomplish the level. And depending on whether you complete or accomplish the level, or complete or accomplish the mission, you'll go through a different route on the level select screen. So by accomplishing this mission, I can go one way. By completing it, I will go another way.
What are you doing here?
Is that any way to greet a girl?
What are you trying to say, Kat? That's sexist. So in this mission, if I get spotted by the searchlights, I will complete the mission. If I destroy the searchlights, I will accomplish the mission.
Whoa! Watch out!
Woohoo! Yeehaw! I'm also just trying to kill a ton of enemies, because that's always fun to do. Ooh, there we go. Almost missed a searchlight.
I've got somebody on my tail. Beautiful. I could kiss you for that.
Oh, Kat, you're a Furry's fantasy.
Aim for the rudder, Fox.
Yeah, I've already got a double laser. Whew. Yeah, they give you some close calls in terms of the searchlights in certain parts of this level.
Location complete. Sending supplies.
There we go.
You got an enemy on your tail.
Actually, running back to our earlier discussion, and Mel, because you're fresh to the chat, if you could have an iPod in any color, what would it be? And I'm talking about the old school metal casing, maybe with some plastic depending on the... Well, let's say iPod Mini. If you could have any iPod mini color, what would it be?
Here I go.
Old aluminum chassis. Yeah, you go get him, Slippy. Go get yourself killed.
Take him down.
Make way for attack.
Go. When we get to 200.
You trying to damage my pretty face?
No, just your spaceship. 200, 200, 200. Hey! What does it take to get a medal on this level, though?
These guys don't quit. Back off, Fox.
Shut up, Falco. Don't be mad because I got skills. Skills that pay the bills. Woohoo!
Looks like we've got company.
No. Come on. Also, having your teammates alive helps you with accomplishing more missions than completing them. So, like, because Falco is alive in this mission, he can destroy those little lights.
Careful, it might be a trap.
It is a trap, but that's okay. I've played this game before.
From the sea.
Also, let's check the comments. Also, my theme is an outdoorsy tropical resort kind of thing. That's awesome. Skincare for another knowledge just to help my own skin concerns. As you get older, too, that skin tends to settle down a bit. That's me with everything in my life. My theme in Animal Crossing's New Horizons is non-existent, the best kind of theme. Always wanted a blue iPod when I was a kid. Okay, yeah. I'll tell you about this idea while I fight this boss. Cat is thirsty. Boy, is she. So many video game women that solely exist to be a romantic partner for a male protagonist hurts my soul. To be fair, I suppose Cat is not portrayed as being a romantic partner to anybody. I guess she's just there to sort of... But she does sort of flirt with Falco a little bit, so that's... Yeah, it's a little stereotypical. Okay, now I think I have to blow up the cannons on this guy? But he also dispenses bombs, so this is a really good chance for me to get some bombs out of this guy. So maybe I'll do that too. Free bombs! Yeah, so Mel, I was telling Sam and Jake this earlier. I've been getting really into this, try to shorten this as much as I can. I've been getting really into this channel, this YouTube channel called Dank Pods, where it's this Australian guy, his accent's hilarious, where he basically modifies and repairs iPods. And it's really cool, and he's really funny, and he's great, super entertaining content. Good content, as the kids say. I don't know if that's what they say.
Just 10 degrees right. Higher.
Run away! And I was inspired by this to pull out an iPod mini that I've had since 2015 that was working, save for the fact that the headphone jack was busted. It was only playing out of one ear.
Prepare to surface.
But I figured it'd be really fun to,
Our section's ready. Engage.
Yeah, but isn't he supposed to drop one of his things into the sea when I shoot out the thing? There we go. Alright. What the hell? He's supposed to drop the crane. This game. Anyway, yeah. But the idea, I actually had the idea to fix that iPod, so I'm going to see if I can do it. And if I can, I think it'd be really neat to get an iPod, like an iPod mini, refurbish it for a funky friend, and maybe give it away as like a Patreon exclusive prize, or like just give it away during the next album experience or something. It'd be really fun. And have it preloaded with every Raspberry Pi song, or like whatever new Raspberry Pi album is coming out. Oh, I had to destroy the little pipes first. Gotcha.
Drop the crane now.
And maybe give it a custom paint job too. So yeah, if you ever wanted an iPod mini, depending on when our next album comes out, that might be a thing that we do. Or if we like hit a certain Patreon goal, like if we hit, I don't know, like $300 in patron support per month, might be a fun thing to do. Yeah, so that's the big idea at the moment. And I will check the chat in a minute. I just need to... Oh, okay, now that I've just collected on the bombs, I can kill this guy, assuming he doesn't kill me first. Whee! Oh, he's just going shenanigans with his boat. Is that a boat? Would you call it a boat? Submarine, I guess. That'd be so cool. Oh my god. Right? I think it's such a cool idea. And I also just like the idea of getting an iPod that's otherwise broken. You know, for maybe... Because the iPod minis especially, having done a little research on this, they're not too hard to fix. And I say this just because... they're the one iPod where you basically have an external casing and then all the internal components can just slide out. Like, that's unique to the iPod mini design. So I feel like it'd be easy for me to modify one or to repair one and just give it to a funky friend with preloaded music. Yeah. I just felt like mentioning that again. I feel like it's a really cool idea. And I totally had a blue iPod when I was a teenager. I loved that thing. Well, we've already played Sector Z. Can I change routes? Oh, I can. Sweet. Okay. This is the level with the tank. I actually love this level with the giant forever train. If I had completed the mission, this is where I would have gone.
So you're going to attack the enemy base? Great idea, Fox.
It'll be a piece of...
Thanks, Admiral Puppy. Payday lending? That's a great idea, Fox. It's not, but...
I spot the train.
This is a great level because you get to play in a tank. And also, because all those bombs that I just farmed from that guy will be super handy right here in destroying just a ton of enemies. Woohoo! Don't you get away from me, son of a bitch. Like right here. Blow up the rocks.
They're not taking me serious.
I am not. That is true.
Just shoot it, Fox.
I think if I do that. Yeah. Some baddies. Oh, and there's Cat again.
Cat, not you again.
Oh, shut up.
Is that any...
This is a freaking sausage fest. It's nice to have a lady here. Sorry. I'm not a patron and can't become one because I have no money to use for it. Oh, that's fine. Like I said, like we might do that as a Patreon giveaway. And it's also not to say we'd just give away one iPod. I might do that for every single album experience we ever do from now on. If people respond well to it and it's fun to do and it doesn't cost us too much, I'll totally do it. Because I am all about giving away free stuff. Speaking of which, the album experience, I don't know if you guys have taken it, and maybe we've advertised for this before, but if you want to get a ton of exclusive content from our last 2 EPs, you totally can. Like stuff that we haven't shown anywhere else. Let me know in the comments, because I can actually post a link to... every time we put out an album, we do what's called an album experience. So there's like the Funk All Night album experience, where... we basically we gave away the tracks to the album over the course of 5 days. We gave them away for free. To everybody that gave us their like email address or signed up on Messenger. And then we also gave away a bunch of bonus content with it. So like exclusive videos and behind the scenes stuff that we didn't have anywhere else. Like that was all on the album experience page, which I think you can still sign up for the Funk All Night one by going to raspberrypimusic.com. There should be a sign-up form for it. And if you're already on our mailing list, like don't worry if you sign up for it. We'll just throw you on the list for that temporarily, and then we'll take you off once the album experience is over, so you won't get double emails. But it's a lot of fun. And if you got 5 days, or actually now I think we've condensed it down to like 2 emails. So if you just want to get all that stuff, if you just keep opening, normally we do it over the course of 5 days. So like, oh, you get the first song from the album on day 1 and the second song from the album on day 2. But we set it as sort of an evergreen version of the experience. So basically, if you sign up for it, you'll watch your inbox, maybe check your spam inbox, and you'll get the first email. And once you open that first email, you'll get the second, which has the second day's worth of content. Like we made whole web pages around this. So there's like a specific web page with specific theming for each song on each day, and it's a fun little diversion. And we've done it for the last 2 EPs that we put out. We were gonna do it for Lunch Rush, and we probably will, once we have the funding in place to have the album mixed and mastered. Because it's just a great way to release an album. I feel like it gives that full experience that we can't necessarily give to everybody if we don't get to play in person. And it also introduced us. They've introduced us to tons of new fans. Like the album experience for Funk All Night. Man, I think our Facebook page grew from like 2,000 likes to, or like 1,500 likes to something like 3,000 over the course of a month, because we were running Facebook ads and just like getting the word out as best we could. And because we were giving away free stuff. People love free stuff. I know I do. So even if you're not a patron, sign up for the album experience, and you can get some free content. Including, and you know, again, I know this is sort of trite considering we're in the age of streaming, but that includes free downloads of all the songs. So you'll get all 5 tracks from Funk All Night for free. You just listen to them whenever.
Good going, Buck.
Doug, did you do the bug off? I did not. How did it go? I think it happened on the day I was sort of celebrating my birthday. So I missed a lot of that. Did you? How was it?
Oscar, stop it!
He's fine. Oh. He's fine. He's gonna be okay. Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, he did. He's so dead. He's super dead. He's very deceased. Also, if you're watching this video and haven't done so already, and you want to jump in the comment section or drop a like, please don't hesitate to do so, because dropping likes is very helpful for what we do. And so is dropping a comment, too.
I'm sure we heard him this time.
You're pretty good, Tiger. See you again.
Now it's our turn to kick some tail.
One challenge, then forgot about it for the rest of the day. I feel lame for missing out. You know, it's funny. I kind of like this current Animal Crossing in that it's not the end of the world if you miss an event. I sort of like that. And I feel like it's a pull in the opposite direction from, let's say, Pocket Camp, where it was a bunch of people basically running around the internet going, "Do you have the froggy chair?" And if you said no, they cursed at you. I like that. I like that it's more accessible in that regard. Had a lot of fun with it. Got all the trophies and all the items, which I'm happy about. What were the items? Like, what do you get in terms of items for competing in it? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to leave this up to you guys. There are 2 endings to this game. So there's the bad ending and there's the good ending. I mean, it's basically the same thing. But if we want the bad ending, we go to that little floating cube with the thing around it, which I have not played yet. That's Bolse. Or we can continue on the route that we're on, which is the one to the level that we played before, which takes you to the hard side of Venom, and to the quote-unquote true ending. So if you have any major opinions on that front, cast your votes now. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to go ahead with the hard ending again. Although the easy ending would be fun because it would be something new for you guys, especially for Jake and for Sam, who have been watching basically since the beginning of this stream. Which, incidentally, thank you everybody for watching and hanging out. Bad ending because we're baddies. Ooh, good answer. We are changing course, people. Going to Bolse. Jake says, yes, bad ending, please. Bad ending, because why not? Oh, man, we're in lockstep.
Be careful, Fox.
I'm on it.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, oh, wow, that's right, I'm back to a single laser. Man, this is gonna suck. Whatever. So I want to get rid of these little things shooting the shooting the purple goo at the core. Basically, it's a shield defense thing, so I gotta take them down.
I'll cover you, Fox.
Now, normally, this is the level that I would go to had I not hit all the switches in the previous level. In the level with the train.
Your carcass is mine.
But because we chose to go here, this is what we're doing. Oh, another thing, I think Sam or Mel, one of you was asking earlier, was watching anything. I've gotten really into, by way actually of last week tonight, I've gotten into Gell's marble races. If you haven't seen them, it's JELLE''S marble races. It's awesome. It's a great stand-in for, like, I don't even watch sports. I'm really not a big sports guy. But they're a great stand-in for, like, live sports, and they have little marbles in the stands, and, like, the races are actually a lot of fun. If you haven't, I highly recommend checking them out. Oh, there's a fifth one. Okay.
What's taking so long, Fox?
Shut up, Peppy. What the fuck are you doing now? I am way more aggressive with these cartoon animals than I should be. Or these anthropomorphized characters. Oh, there's like a sixth one. God, how many are there? Am I missing something here?
You're not getting away that easy.
Yes, he is. You're a terrible pilot, Slippy. You're a good friend, but you're...
The force field is disappearing.
Oh, sweet, stop spinning. Give me Ajahn.
Got company.
Ooh, I love Marble Race. Yeah, it's so awesome. I was watching the Marbula 1 Grand Prix the other day. It was super fun.
Take care of the guy behind me, Fox.
Oh, God, everybody needs my help.
Take care of the guy behind me.
Yeah, I know you said that. I'm gonna just give me a sec, all right? Just keep your pants on.
Right behind me.
Taking them off will be sexual harassment, depending on who you do it to.
Playtime is over, Starfox.
Oh, yeah, and here's Starwolf. Still with no context, but...
Daddy screams real good before he... You'll be sorry you crossed us.
All right.
Your father helped me like that, too.
Let's stop these motherfuckers. Starting with the guy on Peppy.
I see the enemy core.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Knock it off, Fox.
Shut up. I'm trying to help you.
What the heck?
Annoying bird. I am the great Leo.
Can you let all your teammates die right before you get the bad ending? That would be hilarious. It actually would be pretty funny. You know what? I'll put it to a vote. If you guys want to see... You know what? I don't know if I can kill all my teammates.
Get this guy
But before we get to the end of the game, I'll try my best to kill Slippy. Or just let him die, because boy, does he suck. Or if I just keep sucking the way I am, they might die anyway.
Destroy the satellite core.
No, you just told me to help you. God, the mixed messages, Peppy. Jesus.
I'll do you. Might kill you.
You won't kill him when you're...
Sorry, guys. I gotta sit this.
Well, there you go. Mission accomplished. One down. That's Peppy. God, that's just how it goes. Try to help a guy and you wind up killing him. Oh, and there's Slippy!
You'll be
Or do you want me to actively kill them? Kill them, says Mel. Bye, Slippy. Bye, Felicia. For the bug off, you get the termite mound, butterfly wand, butterfly bag, spider web. Oh, so it's like a bunch of knickknacks. Actual bug cage and Aloha bug shirt. Yeah, I can live without those. The things I'm really competing for at this point with events and special things are more like furniture items. I'm more of a furniture guy than anything else when it comes to Animal Crossing. I like collecting furniture. Oh, Falco, I might save Falco though. I kind of like Falco. He's kind of an asshole. I appreciate that dynamic.
saved by Fox. How swell.
Yeah, fuck you too, buddy.
Time for a little payback.
You say that. I feel like you're gonna be asking for help in a second. Come on.
I can't.
Yes, you can. You died. I just killed you.
It's
can't be happening!
Oh, it is, though. It actually is. I just killed you. Who's the last one left? Is it Andrew? Andrew's the one who typically tags Slippy. It'd be really funny if he were the last one to die. Whee! Falco, our gay tsundere king. All this headcanon we're coming up with. Although, headcanon? Question mark?
For the great Andross.
I won't do that. I will kill more of these fighters, though. Whee! Where are you going? To the left? Come on.
Uncle Andross!
Woohoo!
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Yeah, send me a better laser, wouldn't you? This thing sucks.
Time for a little payback.
Yeah, they're not really necessities. You can leave Falco. Yeah, right, because I feel like Falco's actually useful. Or maybe I'll kill him right before the end. Just surprise everybody. This thing's going ham with the lasers here. Let's double back and give it a couple shots. It's canon in our hearts. That's where it counts. I mean, I could see the case for a big tsundere. Oh, I can change the perspective. I think. Can I get cockpit view? That'd be horrifying. No, that's probably for the best, though.
Scratch one.
Oh, come on. Come on, come on. I don't want to take too many hits, otherwise I'll lose my fancy laser. Come on. Come on. Come on. Jump, Mario. Oh, God. So frustrating. You know what? I'm just going to throw a bomb at it. Screw it. I'm getting bored with this level.
Scratch one.
Explosions! Did that do it? Yeah! Woohoo! Yes, surprise Falco death. Well, I guess it's not a surprise if I'll decide at the last second. Either he'll live or he'll die, and only I will know. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll surprise myself. Second death.
Here we come.
Well, it would have been really funny if I had killed Falco too, and he was going, Venom, here we come. It's like, who are you talking to? Everyone else is dead. So this is supposedly the easy side of Venom. I actually feel like this is harder than the hard side of Venom. There are a lot of baddies here. Case in point!
Don't relax. We're not done yet.
You're talking to one guy, man. Don't worry about it. Like,
Time to show the monkeys who's boss.
it's really fun to bomb all these enemies, though. And again, because I farmed that one boss for power bombs.
Guys just keep coming.
Tsundere?
Don't go dying on me.
Yeah, I won't. You don't go dying on me, partner.
I'm on your side.
Wink. I probably needed those bombs for something else, but whatever. You're like a swarm of baddies. Although, Zaz is manageable.
I'll take the left.
Well, I guess we're hanging out together, Falco.
Gotcha!
Yeah, it really is easier when I do all the work, isn't it?
Hey, Einstein, I'm on your side.
Oh, Falco, you gotta get out of the way, buddy, or you're gonna get hurt. Go.
Location confirmed. Sending
Get some bombs or something from Rob. That'd be great. comments here real quick. Surprise Falco by somehow getting him to kill you. He'd have to fly into me. That'd be pretty hard. He's actually a useful character, so he's less inclined to do that. Whee! I'm flying through stuff. Zoobie-dee-bee, zoobie-dee-bee, zoobie. There we go. Bad guys? Oh, no, more flying. Okay. Yeah, don't shoot him, Falco. That's not going to get rid of him.
You can never.
It does it. I wonder.
Jeez Louise, what is that?
It's a building. Have you never been in one? Since you're interested in furniture, you're excited for the mermaid furniture to return. I know I am. So, yeah, is the what's the deal with the mermaid furniture? Is that the stuff that you can get from, like, diving? Which is, like, the new feature? Because I remember the mermaid furniture from the last game. I saw something about an update. I forget if you get it by diving or by way of, like, collecting the... Or is the mermaid furniture a recipe thing that you get and that you can complete using those blue shells? Because I made the Tropical Vista the other day. It's looking nice. Like that thing. Just keep shooting. See if I can get this guy. Oh, that's right. Slippy's not here, so I have no idea how close he is to dying. Oh, well. Easy come, easy go. Shoot at his butt and his shoulders. And I think I can shoot his head, and that's the thing that actually does damage. Please don't lose the double laser. I need that. Need that to live. This is the thing. This is actually way harder than the other version of Venom. This is much more work. Come on. Kill the robot. Come on. Come on. Did I kill him? Yeah. Woohoo. You get them for giving Pascal clams. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Aw, what? I don't get to kill Falco? You're lucky. Damn it. My hub-o message from my kitten. Wouldn't it be cute if the materials and mermaid scales you got from diving? That would be awesome, actually. More of an incentive to dive. I mean, also just catching deep sea fish. It's like it seems like you can only catch certain varieties of fish by diving, which is pretty cool. Interested in that. I still have not completed my museum. I am missing, I think it's a Parasaurolophus tail. Is the last fossil I'm missing from the collection. And it only dawns on me now, the more fossils I collect, the less likely I am to find the one that I actually need. So, you know, if anybody finds a Parasaurolophus tail that they don't need, please don't fight the urge to send it my way. Also, Sam, I think you wrote a lovely birthday message on my board in my Animal Crossing village, which was very sweet of you. Thank you for that. Almost forgot to mention that. All right, same boss, but a little easier. Shoot his hand. Get rid of that motherfucker's hand. There we go. Shoot him in the face. Put a bomb in his mouth. Face. And it's a robot, oh my god! It's not the real one, but I didn't know that as a kid. Yep. And now he dead. That sounds like a very me thing, so you're welcome. Wait, no. It should still be alive while it is in furniture form. Sweet. 2 times in the span of about 2 hours. Beat Starfox 64, yeah. Woohoo! And there's just one person here to greet me.
I'll admit it. You did good, Fox.
Thanks, Falco. If I could kill you right now, I would. But I can't. Game's already over. Okay. Wait, no, it should still be alive while it's in living furniture. Just gamer things. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, we did it. We done did it, folks. There's Slippy acting like he did something. He didn't. You know why? Because I shot him. Same thing with Peppy. I shot him too. Because they got in my way. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm going to call it there. I mean, you guys have already watched the credits once through. Unless there's anything anybody wants to say. Speak now or forever hold your peace until next Wednesday. Excuse me, tired. As I stated previously, I don't think we're going to be doing music streams for a couple weeks. Number one, for the sake of social distancing. And also just because we've done a lot of them, and I feel like it couldn't hurt to take a break for a little bit. And come back with some more themed streams and just something a little more interesting. So yeah, if you want to chat, now would be the time. Imagine Falco randomly explodes due to my wishes of everyone dying. Falco's just trying to live his best life. The only thing Slippy did was die. Right? It's useless. Love him. Slippy's great. Like, nice guy. Love playing golf with him. Not really flying R-Wings, though. He's pretty useless on that front. Come on. Thank you for watching. And thank you for participating and commenting and, yeah, and for hanging in. I know it's a little less social maybe than something like an Animal Crossing stream. I get that. But I still have fun. I just like talking to you guys once a week. It's a good time. See y'all next week. Glad I was able to slip in the last minute. I'm glad you are too. And again, to anybody in the chat who may still be watching and hasn't interacted yet, which is probably only one other person at this point, feel free to drop a like. Please drop a like on the video. It does help us with what we do. I had a great time. I am glad, Jake. I'm glad you had a great time too. And I will hopefully see you next week as well. I'll hopefully see everybody next week. In the meantime, stay groovy, stay safe. For the love of God, stay safe. Wear your masks. I know you already do, but just to be sure. Yeah. Oh Christ! Now we got like 2 new people on the stream. If you're just showing up, say hello in the chat. Well, don't forget to like on your main and bot accounts. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate that plug. But yeah, be good to each other. 3 likes, baby. Woo! Yeah. Living large. Living so large. Someone's Russian bot account just kicked in. Yeah. That was probably just Mel. Thank you, Mel. Everyone like or else you would be like Slippy and die. Sweet. Well, that's the stream for tonight. I would hang out a little bit longer, but I think that's all I got in me. Unless anybody wants to watch me play it a freaking 3rd time. I don't know that you want that. There are a couple levels we didn't get to, but yeah, it's your call. But again, speak now or forever hold your peace. Otherwise, that's the end of the stream, because I probably use some water. And I'm just getting tired. Oh, actually, we've come this far. I'll show you guys the quote-unquote bad ending with the credits. Flying away, even though it's just me and Falco. Those other douchebags didn't do anything to help because they were dead. Really dead. And you'll never guess who shot them. You'll never guess who shot them. It was me. I shot them. Yeah. Oh, and it's the bad ending because there's Andross's real face. Maybe we can do other levels another day. Yeah, I think that's probably for the best. Jake says yay more. Well, and I didn't even make top ranking with that one, so my skills are obviously getting rusty. But thanks so much for joining us, for joining me. Hopefully Goodwin will be back next week, and we'll both feel better to the point where we don't have to socially distance as much. But we'll see. This is Florida. Coronavirus is sweeping the state. So in the meantime, again, stay healthy, stay groovy. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you real soon. Bye!